May the 4th be with you. I've said this many times on this channel, but I love Star Wars. I really do think that it's the best franchise ever conceived, and even though there have been some low points, most of the content in this universe is incredible, and it delivers on what Star Wars needs to do: immerse you in this incredible fictional world. And given how popular Star Wars is based on its quality, and, more importantly to most people, the absolute piles of money that it rakes in, greedy little filmmaking gremlins want to capture the magic of the franchise without understanding what makes it great in the first place. So enter Starcrash. Starcrash is a 1978 film, and it is bad. I mean, really bad. So, while everyone is championing their favorite franchise today, I thought that I'd take a look at a terrible ripoff of it that is genuinely hilarious and maybe even has some cool stuff in there? You're just gonna have to see. But before we get into this, welcome to Tryin' Maiden. My name is Tryin', and if you like what you see, you should like and subscribe or else you're going in the trash compactor. Alright, I'm getting excited. Oh, I'm getting excited. Let's boot this puppy up. Alright! Okay! Yes! What? This movie literally starts with the spaceship bit from Spaceballs. Not even joking. Like, a minute and a half of the first 2 minutes are taken up by this spaceship flying with only ambient sound.
What is it like, the planet we're approaching?
Oh, baby.
Scan it with our computer waves. The enemy's weapons may be hidden beneath its surface.
Computer waves? This opening scene essentially establishes an antagonist of this film, the red lava lamp overlay. Ooh, scary. This scene is paced horribly. Like, we do not need to see every single escape pod leave the ship one by one. Everyone just starts dying as soon as the lava lamp overlay attacks them. No build up, just straight into death. In the next scene, we are introduced to everyone in this movie. We meet Acton, a navigator, Stella Star, the actual protagonist, Chief Thor of the Imperial Police, who is straight up just a Harkonnen, and Elle, the southern love child of Darth Vader and C-3PO.
Stella, you cheap smuggler. I am police robot L.
Why does this futuristic cyborg have a southern accent? What led them to make that decision? And we meet all of these characters within the span of 30 seconds. We are 6 minutes into this movie at this point, and there's only been like maybe 1 minute of actual dialogue, maybe? The rest is just awkwardly silent shots that cut to one another without any reason. It's super unnerving. Anyway, this scene is basically just Acton and Stella running from the cops and finding one of the escape pods from the opening scene, where they learn of the lava lamp. But before they can alert the Emperor, they get arrested. We cut to the Emperor's base, which, can you tell that this guy's the main villain?
Yes? What is it, Elric?
Holy audio sync! Anyway, the Emperor sends his battle droids? In 1978? George? Did you rip these droids from a 1978 bootleg? Sorry. The Emperor sends his battle droids on a task where they must not fail. That's it. We don't know what they're doing, just that they can't fail. After this, Acton and Stella Star are sentenced to prison by this uninterested head in a jar. Same, brother. We see Stella's time in prison first, where she is just wearing this comically over-sexualized outfit. I mean, she stands out like a sore thumb among all of the other prisoners in the scene. Why does she get this literal stripper costume?
I've been at this for 12 straight hours. The radiation will burn my skin off.
Oh, really? I wonder why! Anyway, with absolutely zero stakes, Stella just escapes from prison. She's been here for 5 minutes. As she escapes, a mysterious ship lands in front of her, and without question, she gets in. Turns out, Thor and Elle, the two random people from earlier, were there to free her and Acton for a secret Imperial mission, which begs the question, why did they go to jail in the first place? Like, okay, seriously, if this is something that you want to happen in your movie, just have them get captured by the Empire and have them cut right to, oh, you're not going to jail, we need you for a mission. Or, have them in jail for more than 2 minutes? Why go in circles? So, Acton and Stella go to meet the Emperor, who is played by Christopher Plummer. Wait, I thought that this guy was the Emperor. Wait, who's he? Count Zarth Arn? Zarth? You're telling me that when they discussed the Emperor earlier, and cut to this guy immediately afterwards, that this is not the Emperor, and it's just some random dude? Okay, that's fine, totally fine. Anyway, since they found the escape pod, Arngeir tells them that they have to go and find the Count's secret weapon that can only be concealed by a planet. Sounds familiar. Oh yeah, and also his son. They head to the planet, and Stella's outfit somehow gets even skimpier than it was before. Oh, no, dang, you accidentally got a kind of good-looking shot. I do want to say, if nothing else, this movie does have some pretty well-made sets, and a few of the costumes are actually pretty good.
Look! Amazons on horseback!
I take it back.
Take my revenge. Kill him.
What? Huh? Who are you? After Stella and Elle discover the crashed ship that the Emperor requested they find, or not the one that they request, one of them, we are introduced to, and you'll never guess this, more over-sexualized women. They kill Elle, but don't really, and reveal that they're working for Count Zartharn, a big robot who is also over-sexualized. Sorry, look, I'm not trying to be one of those high school principals who's stuck in the 1950s talking about girls can't show their shoulders in school, but like, I'm not crazy for thinking this, right? Like, yeah, I'm sure that this is just a product at the time, but I would feel a lot differently about it if all of the men were dressed like this. Anyway, the boobs robot gets defeated and they get off the planet, where we get one of the least interesting space battles I have ever seen in a movie. Stella and Elle find the wreckage of one of the escape pods from earlier, and we cut to Acton tripping on acid or something and talking to the spaceship.
And what's your problem, ship's computer, huh?
And in the least surprising twist in cinematic history, Thor betrays the team, revealing he is working for the evil Count Zartharn. He strands Stella and Elle while he works on a malfunction in the ship. Acton wakes up and fights Thor, where we see that he somehow has super kung fu powers that make him invincible. To put it in the way that the movie explains it, he's a Jedi, because he is. He saves Stella from freezing to death, who celebrates by changing into another stripper costume. As they travel to the next planet, they get attacked by the evil lava lamp of death, and they survive because reasons. They find the next ship, and Elle literally says that he's sexist.
Time for a little robot chauvinism.
Either this is the director's self-insert character, or they thought that the word chauvinism meant the same thing as chivalry. While Elle is being sexist at the bottom of this crater, they get jumped by cavemen. Why cavemen? Why cavemen? Elle pulls a United States and slaughters the indigenous population, but he gets killed in the process. Again, the cavemen capture Stella, presumably with the intent to eat her, but before they can chow down, a mysterious man in a golden helmet saves her. As it turns out, this guy is David Hasselhoff? Like, the SpongeBob movie David Hasselhoff? I mean, there he is in the credits. What's he doing here? Keeping with sci-fi tradition, one of the most important characters in this movie has a normal-ass name, and in this case, it is Simon, and he protects Stella as the cavemen continue to hunt them down.
Oh wow, it's a lightsaber. It's an original idea, ain't it?
Anyway, they realize that, hey, we're already conveniently on the important planet that we need to destroy, so let's destroy it. They go to the control room for the evil lava lamp, but before they can turn it off, they get ambushed by the Count and his battle droids.
How much time is left, Captain?
Half a quadrant to go, my lord.
Quadrant? It's revealed that Simon is the son of the Emperor that they needed to go find. Convenient. And we get a completely silent lightsaber fight between Acton and the battle droids. One of them simply fades out of existence, Acton gets hit, and when Simon comes in, the music swells, sort of, and we get the funniest death I think I've ever seen. After a minor shoulder injury, Acton accepts his death because someone had to die so that there's the illusion of stakes. Arngeir shows up again, they say that the planet will explode in 40 seconds, and then Arngeir... You just have to hear it.
Imperial battleship! Halt! The flow of time!
What? Anyway, big explosion! Yeah! It's never been done before. But given the fact that the director cannot let us go, we still have 20 minutes left. We get a montage of every individual ship from the Imperial force flying out. Like, the sequence is a minute and a half of repeating shots. And with no music, they attack the Count ship, and the whole thing feels just incredibly awkward.
Enemy arriving with torpedoes. Prepare for attack.
Oh no. Why are they aiming from the interior? Oh, the torpedoes have people inside of them. They're not bombs. That feels wildly inefficient. This whole final battle, they just show the same shots over and over and over again. There is literally a moment where we see the same shot twice in a row. The main characters aren't even doing anything. They're just standing around while a bunch of extras do their work for them. This leaves the final battle feeling like it has no stakes. Our protagonists' lives are not in danger, so we're just watching random people that we do not care about dying. After an 8-minute fight, the good guys all die, no surprise there. The Count sends his Doom Machine to the Emperor's planet, who decides to utilize his final option.
Starcrash.
There it is! There it is!
Stella and Simon go off to do Starcrash, which is a 4th-dimensional attack that will wipe out all of the Count's forces. It is not explained well. That's all you get. Guess what? Elle comes back from the dead.
Elle!
And they start using the Imperial City as a weapon. Okay, so it's basically the hyperspace thing from The Last Jedi. They send the city at the Count, escape the city, we get a solid yeehaw from Elle. And the Count is defeated. Screaming his own name as he dies? Christopher Plumber looks right into the camera while saying that they won, and the credits roll. Overall, Starcrash is hilarious. The sheer lack of understanding in not only how a sci-fi film works, but how just a film works in general is obvious, and everything that this movie does is a complete failure. The acting is terrible, the cinematography is passable at best, the editing and audio syncing is god-awful, the miniatures are over-designed, the soundtrack is kinda good, honestly, and the story is paced terribly and makes no sense. Starcrash exists purely to be another Star Wars, but fails miserably at doing anything remotely close to what A New Hope did. But somehow, after all of this, it's still better than The Rise of Skywalker. Thank you for watching, happy Star Wars Day, and I'll see y'all Sunday after next. Peace!